Citrulline is a non-essential amino acid that turns into arginine in the kidneys, and this then increases nitric oxide in your body. This means better blood flow, maybe better exercise performance, and maybe even better erections. And one little study actually measured that. I've been researching supplements for 19 years now, probably over 1,000 supplements, and L-citrulline is one of the best blood flow supplements I know as today, with possible natural erection capabilities. Now, don't confuse L-citrulline with citrulline malate. The latter is a more common pre-workout supplement because malate is marketed for energy and fatigue. Today, we only focus on the citrulline form, the pure form. And now the question, should you take it? I'll guide you through my thinking about long-term health and possible keeping the body young, but we're also gonna touch exercise performance and sexual performance too. And of course, we're gonna divide that based on your age. Under age 65 versus over age 65. But first, let me show you how I think about supplements, because everyone is gonna tell you to add more and more and more supplements. I'm the person who's gonna tell you to stop and drop them. When we make a decision about a supplement, we need to aggregate a sufficient amount of data to make sure that the main goal is to take something that is low risk, does not interfere with other things you're doing, okay? Because if you eat a healthy diet, then you're already doing a good thing. If you go do exercise, now you're gonna take supplement. What if it's gonna interfere with other good things you're doing, okay? So that's the thing. Then there is the question, does it provide a unique value to our routine, okay? Citrulline does provide a unique value. I'm gonna show you exactly where. If you look at my channel, I rarely make videos about new studies show this, new studies show that. The way I work is I usually take, I sit for a month and I just focus on all the studies on one supplement, because one study is never enough. So you need to aggregate massive amount of data. A lot of times the data is from animals and it's not easily transferable to humans. But you should know that there is a limited amount of research on citrulline. Therefore, I cannot tell you 100% all the side effects, whatever. There is not enough data for me to aggregate at this point. So what I'm going to show you right now is just the picture from mid 2026. I'm going to separate under 65, over 65. And also I'm going to speak about days when you do exercise and you eat excess food. I call these refeed days, when you want to recover, rejuvenate, and days when you want to stress your system, to eat low calories, lower carbs, lower protein. And these I call them scarcity days. So first of all, citrulline is not a hormetic stressor, meaning that L-citrulline does not work like sulforaphane, heat, fasting, exercise. So as you can see, it's more like a stress relief. So it's really not good to take the supplement in days when you want to apply a biological stress on your system. It's going to relieve stress. So it's if you're going to take the supplement, it makes more sense to take that in days where you engage in intense exercise and you overeat food to recover. So citrulline can fit, if it's going to fit anywhere, it's going to fit there. So let's say that you do a fasting day, don't take citrulline for sure. Or if you do low calorie days or low protein days, don't take citrulline, because it can interfere. Theoretically, I mean, sometimes I say interfere. It's more like my worry, but I'm going to show you exactly why I'm worried about that. Citrulline is really a more bioavailable form of L-arginine. L-arginine is amino acid. The issue is when you take L-arginine, the liver begins to process L-arginine and you lose quite a bit. It raises your blood arginine higher, faster. So it's basically like a potent L-arginine. And L-arginine, it raises a concern, especially if you're under age 65, because L-arginine activates mTOR, which turns off autophagy. L-arginine also increases IGF-1. Under age 65, most people, they have too much IGF-1, the growth hormone. And this too much IGF-1 accelerates aging. The second thing that it does, it turns off autophagy. The third thing it does, it's if you have a small amount of small cancer cells, it can help them to grow. Over age 65, most people have too little IGF-1, and the problem with that, they lose muscle mass, they lose bone mass, but also the immune system becomes weaker because the immune system needs a bit of IGF-1. So L-arginine is more a problem for people under age 65, but But now if I connect it back to L-citrulline, then you can understand that you can potentially have all the problems with L-arginine. So imagine you do like you do fasting, and you activate the autophagy and all that kind of stuff. You take L-arginine or you take L-citrulline, then it's gonna fit into mTOR, gonna shut down your autophagy. So you're gonna fast, you do all the hard work and fasting and all of that stuff, and then you're gonna take a supplement that is gonna interfere with that. I know for sure that L-arginine interferes with autophagy. There is no doubt on the science. There is not enough science to show that L-citrulline does it, so I'm just telling you the risk of this supplement. So the question is like, what message, when you take L-citrulline, what message does it give to the body? So in a study, there is a study that basically hints about the message. So in a pilot study that they took 8 healthy humans, they put them in low protein diet for 3 days. Okay, so what protein diet does, activate autophagy, right? And L-citrulline increased muscle protein synthesis, right? Remember, they put them on low protein, yet the supplement act as if the person ate excess protein, right? It increased muscle synthesis. So as you can see, this is a direct evidence of the risk I told you about. So that is basically dangerous for scarcity days, and it can block your autophagy. But on refeed days, when you want to rejuvenate, when you want to rebuild muscle tissue, then it's a supplement that you can consider to take, especially over age 65. So you can say like mechanistically, the message that it tells your body is that there is enough amino acids, enough protein. You can preserve or increase protein synthesis and build muscle mass, theoretically. In other words, it basically tells the body that there is available protein. And as you can see, it's a message that is in conflict with scarcity days, but works well with refeed days. Now, let's see what flips. Over age 65, the benefits rises. IGF levels are too low. Blood flow is being reduced, and the nitric oxide also production is being reduced. So L-citrulline can improve circulation better. And also the risk of autophagy mTOR also goes down. So the benefits increases, the risk goes down. Oh yeah, so it's basically vasodilation, muscle performance, rejuvenation supplement over the age of 65, and I would take it only in days that you eat and exercise. Okay, let's go to sexual performance. There is a blood flow effect that a lot of men over age 50 or 60 or 65 or 70 are going to be interested. So anything that improves blood flow can translate into better erections and possible ED. And one little study actually measured that. And in this study, 12 out of 24 men, 50% of them improved from partially rigid, completely hard erections. Also, the men with L-citrulline reported an increase in intercourse frequency. And during the placebo time, only 2 men out of 24 improved. So what will be the best timing to take the supplement for that specific purpose? Just before sex? No. In this study, they took 750 milligrams twice daily, ongoingly, for 1 month. So first of all, it tells us 2 things. First, that it shows that even just 1.5 grams of this supplement seem to be sufficient to have an impact on the blood flow of the entire body. The second thing, we can see that in the study, they just get it in an ongoing basis. They did not try to time it. However, I think timing is very interesting. Let's speak 1 second about that. I'm going to touch timing and dose in a second, but currently the most evidence-based interpretation of L-citrulline is that it may provide ongoing support to arginine nitric oxide pathway rather than behaving like on-demand erectile dysfunction drug. So let's speak about the timing. 5-gram dose, plasma citrulline peaked after about 43 minutes, while plasma arginine peaked approximately after 86 minutes. So based on this very little data that we have, it would seem that to get the best response, we want to take the supplement about 60 to 90 minutes before when we need it to be active. But we need to qualify, this is just peak L-arginine. L-arginine still need to be converted into NO, into nitric oxide. And because L-arginine still needs this conversion, maybe we need a bit more time. But if we want to time it right for exercise or for sexual benefits, then probably 90 minutes seems around the best sweet speculative spot. Again, little amount of evidence at this point. And one thing before you try that, if you are on an ED medication, on nitrate drugs, or on a blood pressure treatment, be careful combining them, especially if your blood pressure already runs low. Talk to your doctor before you start, not after. Let's talk about the doses. We have seen blood flow effect can begin with just 1.5 grams a day. But we know from the research that you get higher, significantly higher blood arginine with 5 grams. So 5 grams could supposedly increase the effect even further, okay, supposedly. But it has not been clinically demonstrated to produce better erections. So overall, we can say that the dose is probably between 1.5 grams up to 5 grams once daily is a sensible, practical sweet spot for most people. If you want to increase your blood flow effect ongoingly, they probably want to divide the dose. If you want just to have an acute effect, maybe 5 grams once a day is the most amount of juice you can squeeze from this supplement. I wouldn't recommend going higher because we're gonna go to maybe excess dose territory. Now, should you take it with food or anti-stomach? The main human pharmacokinetic studies gave L-citrulline to people while they were fasting. So I think we need to imitate that. They did not compare the same people to taking the same amount of dose with food versus without food. So we cannot really demonstrate that fasting improves bioavailability. But we can definitely know that food delayed peak L-arginine. Not necessarily the potency, we're not really sure about that, but this is my hunch feeling. As you'll see, it should work better on empty stomach. It's speculative, but let me give you the reasons and also a strategy about how to implement that maybe in the vicinity of your exercise to improve exercise performance and exercise recovery, which is even more important after the age of 65. Again, this idea is speculative. We don't have enough data, but this is the strategy I would follow now with the little data that we have. Now, you can take it before exercise, you can take it immediately after exercise. So if, for example, you take like 5 grams, you can divide it. You can take 2.5 grams before exercise, 2.5 grams after. You can take everything before, you can take everything after. There are different benefits. So both options are going to give you different benefits. If you're going to take the L-citrulline before exercise, what it's going to do is going to increase blood flow during the training, going to improve your training. If you're going to take it immediately after, then you need to take it on an empty stomach. So take it immediately after the exercise, before the whey shake, before the protein shake, or before the food. The second thing is, what it's going to do is going to increase nutrient shuttling into the muscles better. So it's going to help you with recovery. So what is going to happen after the exercise? The body wants to shuttle nutrients into the muscles, and that is, of course, dependent on the blood flow that you have in your body. And let's say over 65, 70, let's say you have a restricted blood flow, that's going to increase the amount of blood flow to the muscles, going to help you recover better. So either way, you can do either way. You can take before exercise or immediately after. Okay, immediately after. Okay, so basically for me, the bottom line is optional over 65. And of course, test your response. You can, because we don't have enough data, you can see how your body responds. If you feel better, then there is no argument, you know. Okay, so the bottom line, under age 65, I suggest for long-term health, drop it. There are better supplements. You don't have a blood flow problem yet. Your IGF-1 for long-term health and longevity is already too high on average. And this supplement may work against autophagy if you're doing fasting, if you're hitting healthy diet. So I don't see a lot of benefits here, just mainly a risk. Of course, it's a speculative risk. We don't have enough data, right? However, yes, for sexual performance, it can be used once a week, twice a week. We said maybe 1 hour, 1.5 hours before when you need it to work. Over age 65, it flips. Nitric oxide is down. Blood flow is down, and IGF is usually too low. So you're losing muscles, you're losing bones, your immune system needs some IGF-1. So the benefits goes up, the risks go down. So I view that as an optional over age 65. The data is still small, but the potential is interesting. It's one of the best blood flow supplements we have at the moment with limited amount of data and possible limited downsides over the age of 65. So you can test that and see how it works for you. I still recommend, if you're a super healthy person and you add intermittent fasting, you undereat in certain days to activate your longevity mechanisms that keeps you young and healthy. Maybe on these days you want to skip the supplement, as opposed to days where you do intense exercise and you overeat. So as you can see, I've done a lot of research into the mechanics and the changes in physiology that happen in our body over the age of 65, and actually spent the past 19 years of research on this specific category: what happens to our bodies over the age of 65, what really changes, what used to work and doesn't work anymore, what did not work in the past suddenly does work. So I created a course. It's a 60-80 course. It allows you to win even further in aging. I know that you're already fit, already smart, sharp, intelligent. You know what is good for your body. If you want further tools from the research world, from the scientific world, then maybe you want to check this course. Just go to wellnessmessiah.com/60. But at any rate, if you're watching this video, you're already winning. So just keep doing the good work.